not, not too hot in the valley today, and if you are going to be outdoors the next couple days, the heat is coming back. You know, it's the RGB, so you can't keep the heat away very long. But enjoy today. It's not super hot out there. I think temperatures back up in the 80s today, mainly in the 90s tomorrow and Thursday. I think Thursday could be a day we get well into the 90s, maybe some spots in Starr County even close to 100 degrees. But all hope is not lost. If you are looking for, you know, a little more of a cold front, I know you had like a little taste today and you're like, give me some more. But and we're talking about cold fronts, by the way, but a cold front, a stronger one, arrives on Friday. Should be a pretty sharp drop in temperatures, maybe one of those days where it hits the 90s, but a couple hours later it can be falling through the 60s. So be ready for anything Friday afternoon or evening. Friday night football could be a bit on the breezy and cool side as well. Currently we're in the 80s, 85 in Rio Grande City, 87 in Brownsville, and 86 in Harlingen. Now there are a couple little showers out there, and if you've been outdoors the last few hours, you notice the clouds starting to puff up a little bit more. There's still enough moisture and maybe a little instability to get a couple more showers going, but overall they're very small and mostly going to be kind of in the lower parts of the valley in Williston and Cameron counties. In fact, if you zoom in, you see just in the last hour, little showers still popping up. So again, if you are working outdoors or something, you might get hit by like 5 or 10 minutes worth of rain, but that is mostly about it. You know, probably not a big deal unless maybe you're pouring concrete or something today. But a little shower passing through the south side of Harlingen right now. Again, it may rain for 10 minutes or so. A little shower dotting the landscape east of Combs. And you see to the south even 1 or 2 showers near Rancho Viejo, maybe interrupting your golf game again a bit. But things overall, most areas looking pretty dry today. Future Track does have partly sunny skies around this afternoon. And again, if you look at what the computer model forecasts, it's kind of the same general idea with maybe a couple showers mostly in the lower parts of the valley. Upper areas of the valley mainly dry this afternoon. By this evening, everything dies off in a pretty nice night with clear to partly cloudy skies and down in the 70s, maybe not quite as cool as it was this morning. And then tomorrow, you notice the flow in the clouds on the map start to go back from south and north. That means the warmer, more humid air is flowing in. When that happens, you can't maybe totally rule out maybe a little sprinkle or a tiny shower, but I think nearly every place is dry tomorrow, even a lower rain chance than today, which is only about 20% at the most. So probably dry nearly everywhere on Wednesday, but getting a little more humid. And then by Thursday, I think we're breezy and hotter. So our rain chances at 20% today, down to 10% tomorrow, dry on Thursday, but could come back up on Friday as a cold front approaches. So now we'll talk cold front. And now this is Future Track temperature starting later tonight. You see it's fairly comfortable across Texas, and by tomorrow the warm air starts to surge back in, though. 90s across the valley and all the way up towards San Antonio. By the time we get to Thursday, the cold front moves into North Texas, and watch all the blue on the map and the green colors indicating the cooler colors start to spill into the north. 90s here on Thursday, could be even hotter than a little hotter than the model says there. By Friday, the cool air is blowing south pretty hard, and by 2 p.m., the cold front right on the doorstep of the valley. Notice it's in the 50s in San Antonio. It's going to be chilly in San Antonio on Friday afternoon. That cool air probably getting here sometime in the afternoon or evening. When it hits, though, it will hit pretty quickly. So that's why I say it may go from the 90s falling quickly into the 60s in just maybe an hour or two. It's going to come through pretty quickly. You notice there, the computer model does show a temperature only of 60 by 7 p.m. on Friday. So that's why, again, say be ready for anything on Friday. We could have temperatures in the 90s and then a couple showers or storms, and then it gets windy and cool and temperatures end up in the 60s or upper 50s for a while in the evening. So yeah, a big sharp change on Friday, and then the cool air will continue into Saturday before the temperatures start to turn around a bit by Sunday. Today, a high of 88 degrees, partly to sometimes mostly cloudy. A couple little spots of showers around, mainly in Cameron or Wilsey counties today, and light winds from the north and northeast. And then by tonight, down into the 70s, clear to partly cloudy skies, dry weather overnight. And then in your first 1-5 AccuWeather 7-day forecast, 88 today, but 93 tomorrow, 96 on Thursday. We'll probably still make the 90s on Friday unless the front really speeds up more than any of the computers say. But like I said, be ready for anything on Friday. It may start off warm and humid, get kind of hot around midday, and then sharply drop in the afternoon. It could be falling into the 60s later in the afternoon or early evening, maybe even the upper 50s if there's some rain in there, and getting kind of breezy. So Friday, a very cool, windy into the day, and then that spills into Saturday. There could be a couple of light rain showers Saturday, but overall I think Saturday afternoon is looking mainly dry. Temperatures may have a hard time getting back into the 70s. Again, depends. If we do get some cloud cover around part of the day, it may keep temperatures, maybe some areas in the upper 60s, but a cool fall day on Saturday. Dina, you still smiling? Yeah. She's still smiling. By Sunday, starts off cool in the 50s in the morning, could hit around 80 in the afternoon. Then by Columbus Day on Monday, we're going back up rapidly. Highs could easily be back in the 90s again with more humidity. So we'll be tracking that strong front again throughout the week in your first 1-5 forecast on Channel 5 News at noon.